Okay, we're recording now. Okay, everybody, so what you are eating right now is what I call Dr. Joe ice cream. I'll talk about why you have sugar cravings and how to feed those sugar cravings. But did anybody walk in here craving like a donut or ice cream or something like that? Okay, so in 20 minutes, I want to see if it's gone, if you're satisfied. Because one of the things is you eat this here, and you're giving your body actually what it's asking for, and we'll see what happens to the cravings. So we do have some guests here tonight, so if this is your first time walking into this establishment, welcome. Glad you're here. This is the funnest place on earth. The healthiest families in the world come here, and you'll see why by the time we're done. We'll probably get done about midnight tonight, so don't worry. It should be a short night. We'll be okay. Just so don't fall asleep on me. And again, so with Dr. Joe ice cream, I'll talk about it in a little bit, but it's as much as you want to eat of this until your sugar craving goes away. You can have as much as you want. I guarantee you, you're probably not going to get more than 2 cups though in you. You'll be like, I'm good, I'm done, I'm satisfied, okay? Does anybody else need a chair? Do you need a chair? Okay, good, all right. So let's jump into this, let's have fun. The whole point about tonight is putting an end to unnecessary suffering, okay? Now there's a debate amongst us in this office. Is unnecessary 2 ends or 1 end? Because when I go to spell check, it tells me it's 2 ends. So is it 2 ends or 1 end? Which one is it? It's 2 ends. Okay, very good. So they spelled it wrong, right? Okay, very good. So from now on, when I spell unnecessary through these slides, don't throw things at me, right? I've also changed all the desert words to dessert actually in here too. Thank you very much, Miss Kathy Hinkle. Okay. I had to go back and repeat first, second, and third grade before I showed you these workshops. But we have fun here today. And all about tonight is all about putting an end to unnecessary suffering. Because can going to a Christmas party, Thanksgiving, all that stuff, can it cause you to suffer unnecessarily? You leave there feeling like I ate too much, I didn't want to eat, my mom, my grandma wouldn't listen to me, just kept shoving stuff down my throat, and now I'm where I'm at, depressed. And the reality of it is that we're on an end to put an end to unnecessary, with 2 ends, suffering. Now, here we go. We're on a mission, right? So we have our hard hats. You saw my big truck out there. So we're on a mission, right? To put an end to unnecessary suffering. My dad just sent these to us today. It's kind of cool. I just got them today. They're green, all right? So help us fight hunger. So starting today till next Tuesday, we're collecting bags of food, okay? We're going to give them to Growing Home, which is a local food bank that we help support. Their goal is to help put an end to poverty. And so if you bring a bag of food in, you get 2 treats. Everybody say 2. You get 10% off products until the end of the year, except at an event. Like today, you get 15% off. You can't bring the 10% coupon and get 25% off. Leo will have my neck if we do that. But any other day, you can have 10% off. So I say 10%, okay? And anybody, your friends, can come in for $40 for their first visit. It's usually $103 for that first visit. You can get it for $40. Anybody you know? Yes, Lee?
It's a one-time 10% use, correct?
One-time 10% use. No. You get 10% off all product until the end of the year. There you go. Okay. Very good. Shake your hands. Okay, good. Because you got to bring food in. Okay? So we're on a mission. We're also having a cookie chill-off. Now, do you know what a cookie chill-off is? I got a little tired when we had the cookie chili cook-off. So I started saying cookie chill-off. I thought, well, snee and grab, right? Bargain, snee and grab. Well, you can do the same thing. So in November, last week, 2 weeks ago, chili cook-off. In December, we're going to have a cookie chill-off. What that is that you're going to be learning tonight what you can make as far as cookies and recipes that are healthy for you. And so we're going to let you show that off and have a cookie exchange. We call it a cookie chill-off. All right, so that'll be on December 15th. I didn't put it on there. December 15th, it's a Monday, okay? So again, that's the time to bring your friends, have fun. We'll have more desserts here, right? Have a good time with that. So, anybody do Facebook? Today, or while you're sitting here and you're bored while I'm talking, go on your cell phone, hit Facebook, and at least go to the Spine Geek page and like us. So at least we do something tonight, okay? Besides get off sugar. Okay, now, pay attention to this, because people are totally amazed at how this simple little poster here is transforming their lives. It's explaining healthcare. This poster will transform healthcare, make it healthcare, okay? So, everybody say, if you're a princess, say, I'm a princess. If you're a prince, say, I'm a prince. Boy, you guys need to work on that. Princes, say, I'm a prince. I'm a prince. So when I say you were born in God's image and you were born to be healthy, I mean the day you were born, you didn't have any sugar cravings, you didn't have any cancer, heart disease, diabetes, you weren't overweight, okay? You were perfect. You were green grass. You were a prince and you were a princess. You were perfect, right? But what has happened to you over the last 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years? Have you gone from a prince to a frog? Or from a princess to Cinderella? Okay? So, what have you done? How did you get from green grass to what we call brown grass? Well, sugar is one of the main things that has done it to you. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. We'll talk about all the other things that make you go from a prince to a frog to a princess to whatever female frog is, okay? To brown grass. So, the frogette, you got it. So, understand that everything I talk to you and I teach you about is because I believe and I know that you have seeds of greatness and health and healing inside your body. You are not, the best is yet to come right now. You are not the best version of you right now. You might have been better than you are a year ago, but there's so much more left in you. And I'm the doctor that pulls that out of you and speaks that and tells you and reminds you of who you really are. Is that okay? You're not brown grass. I'm not here to manage your brown grass. I'm here to manage you and help, I don't know, keep you where you're at, keep you down, keep you anything less than a prince or anything less than a princess. I'm here to feed the goodness that's inside you and help you get rid of the stuff that you've believed, the lies that you've believed, like I have to have that sugar or I'm going to die, right? Or I'm too busy to be healthy, or all these things you tell yourself, especially during the next 90 days, right? We'll get into that in just a second. But everything I'm going to talk to you about isn't telling you you're a bad person if you eat this, or if you're a bad person. It has nothing to do about that. I'm not going to give you some quick fix way to put duct tape over your mouth and avoid sugar for the next 90 days. I'm here to help set you free so that you can have the best holidays ever, you can get healthy, and you can become that prince or princess that God's created you to be and get from brown grass back to green grass. Now raise your hand if you'd like to have green grass or have health, right? Yeah, everybody wants that, right? Everybody wants it. They just don't understand that that's actually what happens in here. They walk in here and go, whoa, this place is crazy. It is, and it's crazy good though. It's health and healing, and we're on a mission. Well, when's the last time your dentist or your doctor ever put a head on like this, huh? I like this. This is cool. We'll get stickers on it. We'll get it camoed out and stuff like that. So this is what this is all about. So you're going to hear this for probably the next 100 years, and this will be like, I remember when this thing got invented. And so, okay, so let's keep going. So bittersweet, a sharp bite behind the holiday. Now, what is the holiday? What is the holiday? Thanksgiving, one day. Christmas, okay? Or Hanukkah, that's more days. Okay, I'll give you that, right? Or, or New Year's Day. So you got 3 days. The holidays isn't November 1st to, if I'm going to be honest with you, Valentine's Day, right? Because somehow we just kind of, it's the holidays. Oh, I'll start next week. I'll start January 1st. I resolve. I promise. Oh, this time I'm going to lose 10 pounds. And then January 3rd hits. Wow, man, okay, wait. The Broncos are doing well. Super Bowl's coming up, Then Valentine's Day. Well, I could be, So it's not. So I'm going to help you. You can eat 3 days, 4 maybe. You can eat whatever you want to eat. I could care less what you eat. But it's your time management and your life management during November, December, January, February that you try to spend the month of March trying to undo 4 months of just kind of, I don't know what you would call it. We just kind of check out, I guess. Because we're tired, we're stressed. Everyone around us is stressed and tired. And we're just like, we're done. We've been going really hard since January to maybe October. And it gets really cold out, it gets dark out. We just want to take a break. We want to shut down. And the thing is that when you eat sugar, it just kind of helps you make less healthier decisions about yourself. And so again, we don't want to spend 25% of the year becoming brown grass and then not knowing how to spend the rest of the year getting back to green grass. And here's the reality right now as far as diabetes. I can't call this a diabetes talk because sugar is what causes diabetes. No one's born with diabetes. You become brown grass. And if your pancreas becomes brown grass, your body stops producing insulin like it's supposed to, and they'll call it diabetes, but the reality is your body's gone from green grass to brown grass based on how you've lived your life, and now you're burning your pancreas up. And they have a disease for that. And it's okay, because they have a way to help you manage your brown grass or manage your diabetes. Never get better. We see diabetes get reversed in here. We don't no longer have, especially type 2, okay? So we want to help you get back to green grass and change the way you're living that's making your body brown grass and getting you back to green grass. But here's where you're living at. So when you go to Thanksgiving, when you go to Christmas parties, when you go to New Year's Eve and you see your loved ones, I didn't have a chance to make it, but I have a card, and I wish I could say, hey, I'm learning new. Here's what the card would say. Hey, I am now in Dr. Joe's Spine Geek Army, and we're learning all kinds of things about healthiness, and it is obvious that you're not very healthy right now. And so if you'd like help, here's Dr. Joe's card. Please call him. His first visit's only $40. Because when you see loved ones and you see them suffering, you hear their stories, you're like, they're brown grass. They have forgotten that they're a prince or a princess. They think they have to stay locked away in the castle dungeon all their life, right, and manage their brown grass. Ooh, I like that one. I'm going to keep that one. And they have forgotten who they really are, right? Well, your job is to help set them free as far as being on a mission to help us. I'm not going to go to that Christmas party. I wasn't invited, but you were. So now you're on assignment. Okay? Mission possible. Dun, 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 dun. Okay? So, because here's the reason. Here's the thing. 1 in 3 of the people in that party are diabetic or pre-diabetic. I promise you, right? 1 in 3 of those, every 19 seconds someone's diagnosed with cancer. So if you find out Mrs. Jones or somebody, blah, 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 just got diagnosed with cancer, you're like, that's brown grass. They have to get healthy. When you see a child, you see your little nephews or nieces, and they're not just these little rails like they should be. They're on a chunky side. They need to get help because if they keep growing that way, then they're going to be diabetic at 20 or 30 years old. Okay? If you see anybody who says, well, yeah, I got blood pressure problems or cholesterol problems, or I have some heart pain, that's not good. That's brown grass. And the last thing is someone's depressed and they're on antidepressants, that's brown grass. And everything I'm talking about tonight is going to help you and help them become green grass. So now you're going to be informed and educated. Okay? And I'll talk about that before I close up today. So, don't show our hands, but who's got stress? Okay, now, stress. Here's stress. Stress. Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you that nobody can make you eat ice cream. Nobody can make you eat a bowl of cereal. No one can make you eat sugar. No one can make you go off your diet. No one can make you miss an adjustment. No one can make you miss a workout. No one can make you think bad things about yourself. No one can make you go ahead and kick back a 6-pack of Diet Dr. Pepper or something. You do that to yourself, but what do we blame? Oh, I'm just stressed out right now, so therefore I get to go and act in a way that's going to make my body go from green grass to brown grass. I'm going to self-inflict wounds on myself to get back at them because they made me mad. No, they didn't make you mad. Only you made you mad. Nobody can make you mad. No one can make you brown grass. No one can make you dead grass. I'm sorry. But here's the thing. If you're brown grass, then people can have more of an effect on you than if you're green grass. Does that make sense? I mean, let me use me for an example. People say, oh, I don't want to come in, Dr. Joe. I'll get you sick. Well, if that's true, then I can cough on you and make you healthy. Right? So you would think that I'd be the sickest person in the room because I have all these people coming in the office, right? And they say, well, you're just always so happy. You must be nice to be you. Listen, I have just as many stinking thinking thoughts as you do every day. I probably have more. But I have learned that, you know what, I hit the delete button a whole lot faster maybe than some of you. Some of you haven't hit the delete button in 30 years. So I want to encourage you to not let anybody, spouses, children, anybody, rob your joy anymore. They're really not trying to. Sometimes, but if we're brown grass and we're eating lots of sugar, our perception is that person cut us off on purpose. And the reason why they got in their car that day was to look at your car and cut you off and make you mad. They did it on purpose. It wasn't that maybe their mother was in the hospital and they're trying to get there before she dies and can get her last breath. That could have been that possibly at all. But okay, if I see a red car today, you know what kind of car you drive? No, okay. I'm going to cut them off, and they meant to do that. I'm like, how do you know they meant to do that? I just know. I'm like, okay. But if you're at brown grass, everybody's against you. Everybody stresses you out. When you're green grass, you're like, I don't care. That's your problem. You're like, you have this protection. You know what I'm saying? And some days you're there, and some days you're not. And you know what days they are. And if you look at what your life was like the last 3 or 4 days, you can see why you can't stand people. Or like, I can tolerate that person pretty good. And then usually, it all depends on where you're at. Is this making sense? So, oh, I'm just so stressed out. I get that, but if you're healthier and stronger, that stress can make you bitter or it can make you better. Because all things work together for good to those who love God. So the stresses in our life, I see them as problems that I need to find the solution and get an upgrade. They make me stronger. They make me better. They make me smarter. Every problem I have makes me better at helping you with problems. When I solve one problem here, now I can solve your problem there. So I love problems. I love stress. I love situations. I work with my kids. What does that tell you? That's done more making me stronger in green grass than anything else. And I love working with my kids. I love it. I do. Actually, I'm blessed. So stress, the problem is that the effects of stress can make you sick. Stress can make you brown grass if you believe it. If you believe it, that this is bad and there's no hope, then it makes you green grass to brown grass. Okay? This talks about, it can make your digestive system brown grass. It can cause your glands to shut down. It can cause your heart to shut down, your blood pressure shut down, diabetes shut down, skin conditions, asthma, arthritis, depression, anxiety. You know, when you allow that to get to you, when you check out, you shut off, you say, life's not fun anymore. I've lost all hope. This is never going to get better. He or she's never going to change. I hate, when you say those words, negative words, just understand that your subconscious is going, okay, make brown grass, because you think yourself sick. It's your choice. Don't let what you see dictate what you think. We always say, don't tell God how big your problem is. Tell your problem how big God is. Okay? Look at the sunrises. It's like, look, it's just where it's at. And again, OSHA says, yeah, that there's $30 billion being spent annually by stress or the outward environment having so much pressure on you that you finally give in, lose hope, and become brown grass. Okay? That's really what it is. It's the outward world. You believe in that they're right. You're forgetting who you are as a prince or princess, as green grass, and you buy into it, you buy into the lies, and you become what they think about you, versus really what's going on in here in your heart. That's what stress is. Because if stress can either make you bitter or better. It can make you stronger or weaker. The same stress, some people go, oh, it's okay, and they move on. Like, how do you... But you're like... And then now you're mad at them, right? Because they're so happy all the time. Listen, it's your choice. It's your choice. And then what's even worse is that when you get stressed out, then you gain weight, right? And I won't do it today, but I wish I could have had time to give everybody just 4 of these bars and put them in your pocket so you could feel what it would be like to gain 2 pounds over the next 2 months, right? Just put it in your pocket, walk around with them on, because that's basically what we do. It's only 2 pounds, but feel it, right? If it's 10 pounds, I don't have a weighted vest here, but put 10 pounds on, walk around with it, and that's what we're doing to ourselves, right? Because stress stresses us out. They made me mad. I'm going to eat this. Well, if you really want to get back at them, don't allow them to make you do something to hurt yourself. You know, do something that makes them really jealous. While you lose 10 pounds, you get healthy and make them insanely jealous. That's a really good idea to do, okay? So, again, and here's the thing. Some people will gain 7 to 10 pounds over the holidays. And again, and then you don't ever lose that weight. Here's the thing, is that you're born green grass, and then by teenage years, you're right here. By 20, you're right here. 25, 30, you're right here. And then it just you kind of just float up, back, up, back, up, back, and all those diseases hit. So that's why weight gain is an issue, right? So I want to help you maximize your holidays. Okay, everybody say maximize. Make sure your weight. Is anybody falling asleep because of what they just ate? You actually had some cocoa. You had some chocolate chips in there too, right? I wouldn't care if anybody's really tough. Take a handful and try to eat the whole thing. Did you try? Yeah, it didn't work at all. So again, the key is to learn how to live to where you take control of your thoughts. You say no. You talk to yourself. No, stop it. They didn't cut you off on purpose. All right? It's not about you. Maybe they have somewhere to go. It's important. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give them grace, and I'm going to just let it go. Delete. Hit the copy, paste, copy, and delete. Just delete. Let it go. Let it go. Your nerve supply. I'll talk about why that's important. I'll talk about your nutrients, the food you eat. I'll talk about getting oxygen in your body and toxin. Because when you ignore these 5 things, your sugar cravings go up. The sugar monster, you just feed the sugar monster. It gets out of control. And then that helps you, your brain just shuts you down. You become, and you believe the worst about you. So is this making sense? Okay? Because that's how I am, that's how I was, that's how I am. 3 days of Christmas and eating what everybody else eats, I am a very pathetic individual. I have to really protect myself. I'm telling you. I mean, I have a very low tolerance to sugar. I just shut down emotionally, and sometimes it takes me a week, if not a month, to finally get back into my wheelhouse. And so I have to just protect myself. I tell people, that this ring, I just don't wear it in Colorado. I'm not just married in Colorado. If I go to California, I act a certain way because I'm married, right? If I go to the moon, I'm still going to act a certain way because I'm married, right? Well, the same thing happens here. You are a prince, you are a princess, you are green grass, therefore you're going to act a certain way. You're not just going to check out and do whatever you do, right? Because again, if you don't water your grass and the sun is 100 degrees, what happens to the grass? It has a stressful effect on it stresses the grass out, right? But if you water your grass like you're supposed to and it's 100 degrees, what does your grass do? Why? Because you've given it what it needs. So when the same temperature of heat, it's just the grass is like, no big deal. But if you ignore it and you allow it to get weak, then that same amount of heat stresses the grass out. So if you're grass and you're not been taking care of yourself, then that same uncle or aunt or parent is going to stress you out and make you sick. But if you're healthy, then when you're around that same person, you're like, they don't bother me much anymore. Stress doesn't happen. Stuff happens. I'm okay. I'm going to make it. It's all about your levels of health, not what others do to you. Does that make sense? You can't control the heat. You can't control the weather. You can't control anything. You can just water the grass like you're supposed to. You can just use these 5 essentials to get healthy so that when you're around those people or around that situation or around that dinner table, it's not going to have as negative effect on you. Does that make sense? I was thinking of this today, about how can I explain this? Because 100 degrees is 100 degrees, but if the grass is being watered, it's going to stay green. But if it's been ignored, that 100 degrees is going to have a stress on it and shut you down. Some of you haven't been watered in years. Some of you are getting watered. Some of you are strength. You're like, nothing bothers me. I'm good to go, right? So that's the effect. It's all about the level of health, the amount of water going through your body. So find peace in a chaotic world.